are on the way to Dunedin to pick up the Morepork. Bit of a backstory here. So basically, about 3 weeks ago, I came across some strange looking thing on the road, on the Milford road while I was working, and I wondered what the hell it was. Grabbed it after finding it was a Morepork, just sat on the road. So got back in the ute, went back to Tianao and talked to an expert in kiwis, and he said that it's not looking too good, but it hasn't got broken wings or anything. And then when we put it back in the vehicle, it kind of opened its eyes and looked at us and tried to fly around a bit. And then they said, okay, it could actually be okay, so go and release it tonight. And tried to release it into the forest, just down by Smithy Creek. And it took flight and went up and then came back down and crashed into a bush. So I grabbed it and put it on top of a log, like a standing upright log, quite far off the ground, and just let him sit there. So he was just kind of with his eyes closed, hasn't really changed, you know, and he just sat there. And then I was like, okay, well, if he's still there in the morning, I'll take him to get some medical treatment. And so I went back to the Smithy Creek at 5 o'clock, and he was still sat there just looking at me, just completely hadn't moved, hadn't done anything. So we gave him the opportunity to fly off and go back to his home, but he didn't move at all, which indicated to me that he was in a very bad way. So what I did was I got in the ute, I called the dock hotline and informed the Wildlife Hospital in Dunedin, the closest facility for bird repairs. So I drove him to Dunedin, put him in the car in a box. It's like a 700k round trip. Went to the hospital and met the nurse there, and she said, yep, good job you brought him in, he looks really bad. And then I sent them an email when I got back to Fiordland and said, look, please keep me updated on the situation, I'd much appreciate it. It's very important to me that I keep updated so I can bring him back at some point. And they said to me that basically he had like an open wound on his head, or laceration, with exposed bone, which needed to be stitched up. And so they gave us some drugs and gave us some water and got him back to a good state. So they emailed me about a week later and said that he's doing really well, he's recovering, and they're going to send him to the wildlife kind of place where he can fly around and eat and stuff. So he's been doing that for the past week or so. Okay, so here we are. We have Maroon on board. He's in his little box at the back. 3 hours, 20 minutes to go until we get to Smithy Creek, which is where we're going to release him. Happy. I don't think the smaller birds are too happy with him being there. They're definitely interested. But nah, he's happy, he's just sat up there. Took him a bit to get out of the box. Got it on film for you. But yeah, that's it. We did a 4.5 hour trip, pretty much no stops, straight here from the hospital into Dunedin. And that's it. The mission is done. Morepork is safe. And better for another day of life than roadkill. Thanks for watching. This has been something a bit different, but just something I want to document. Yeah, so courage and honour, and stay strong out there. We're here to look after our wildlife, and that's what really matters, I think. So yeah, thanks for watching. Catch you on the next one.